Welcome to another speed build. This is another installment of Simlish and Friends, and I think this is my favorite sim. So let's get into the video and I'll explain. So this sim, his name is Jack Stockton, which is supposed to be a play on James Bond because Bond's and stocks, I thought I was clever. So his backstory is that he was originally an international criminal, like mastermind, and then he gets tired. I don't know if it's like my chair, if I'm just freaking myself out, but every time I start recording this and I put headphones on, I swear I can like hear stuff going on. I need to stop watching Sam and Colby. Anyway, he's like an international criminal mastermind and he made all of his money. That's why his house is literally huge. And then eventually he is recruited by the CIA, or maybe he's arrested by the CIA or some sort of, maybe not the CIA. I guess it would be like the SIA, the Sims Intelligence Agency. What do you think? And he starts living a non-crime life. I guess he probably would have been arrested, and it was like, hey, either work for us or go to prison forever. And I can see why he didn't, because he still is making big bucks. And I know that probably doesn't make sense in reality, but it's The Sims, and it gives us creative license, okay? This house, for some reason, was so difficult for me to build. I don't know why. It started with picking stuff out. You can see right now I'm like taking stuff from the build and buy mode, and I'm just like picking it out, putting it out, seeing what matches, putting things together. And I cut out a huge portion of me doing this. I ended up doing this for every single room in the house because I was like, okay, when I get in there, I don't want to have to worry about like, what do I even want to put in here? Because I knew just the floor plan alone was going to take me so much time. And I sat on Pinterest and I went through and I had a bunch of inspo photos, and I was sort of going for like, I don't even know how to describe this. It's like dark, but it's clean and also sort of like naturey, but like intense nature. Like you look out the window and there are icebergs. I also sort of put a moat around it, and I put alligators in it. There are stairs over it, but I don't know, maybe they're retractable stairs. And I also put it where the gym is in San Myshuno, on top of this skyscraper. I don't know, he just felt like the kind of guy that would have a house like this here, like a highly impractical spot. Oh, also, if you can hear my heater in the background, I'm sorry. It's literally freezing in this room. I was trying to film a Let's Play and I had to turn it on because my hands were literally numb. Oh my god, the windows. The windows on this house. I had an inspo photo. It was this. And I was trying to find the closest windows, and I cut out a lot of that too. It took me like a solid 15 minutes just to figure out what windows I wanted and how I wanted to place them. And the back of the house looks good, and then I went to the front of the house and I tried to fix it. I couldn't decide on what door I wanted because like nothing fit, and also I wanted to use the double wall height for the first floor and the double wall height doors. They're just like not that great. You'll see too, like I kept going back and changing things like over and over and over again. Even like the decorations, once I started actually furnishing the place, I was really indecisive about it. And honestly, knowing me, when I start playing in this house, there is a good chance that I will change some more stuff. Speaking of which, the original Sim, her house I will probably be completely redoing soon, because I know it hasn't been that long that she's been there, and it's like, it's fine house, it functions, but I get so impatient and so bored so quickly of houses. Like I renovate all of my houses, like I keep saying like, that's a terrible transition word. I renovate all of the houses that I plan multiple times. Also, since this is my favorite sim, something just happened in my Let's Play that is sort of derailing this and this whole like segment. So sorry, my camera died. I was so rudely interrupted. Right, so something just happened in my Let's Play that sort of derailed this entire thing. So I'm thinking about making like these Sims that I've created their entirely own thing, and maybe I'll make like, a different plan for how they'll interact. I'm also thinking about starting a legacy challenge. I have 2 ideas for a legacy challenge that I think are different. I don't know how people will like them, but I think they're kind of clever and kind of funny. So I would like to start on those because I don't want my Let's Play to get too boring. Like, oh, there we go. Like again. I want to keep things fresh. I want to keep people entertained. Speaking of which, this video is 14 minutes long. I think I have another video that's slightly longer than that, but I was nervous because I'm like, okay, well, my short form content, especially on stuff like Instagram specifically, is getting a lot of views. So obviously attention spans are getting shorter. But then I came to a conclusion of like, if people want to watch it, people will watch it. If they don't, they don't. On YouTube, I'm getting like 6 or 7 views per video. And then on Instagram, I'm getting like 1,000 views per reel. So longer videos are probably better because I can chop them up more and have more content across all of the platforms, which I have a TikTok, an Instagram. I do the YouTube shorts. Those literally get no views. And I also have Tumblr. Actually, Tumblr was the whole reason I started this channel. Funny story. I was looking for CC and I needed a Tumblr handle, and I thought of Simlish M, and I was like, oh my god, that's good. I should start a YouTube channel because I've been meaning to do this for a while. So yeah, that's how we got here. Whenever I start to edit the actual the speed build part, like the build part of the speed build, I like to cut some things out whenever I stop, and I've noticed I started watching X-Files when I edit. Oh my god, my dad and I have been watching that show since I was so little. This is probably my 4th rewatch, and still every time it's so entertaining. So I'll be watching and trying to edit or trying to build, and as I'm building, I'm like stopping because something crazy is happening. So there are probably some pauses. I cut out a couple, but then I was like, there probably aren't that many, but here we go again with the freaking floor plan. I kept drawing it and then deleting it and then redrawing it, and I hated it pretty much every time. I feel like the shape of this house, it's just boxes, so it should theoretically be easy to do a floor plan, but I struggled so much. Also, I know that's not how you're supposed to use those closets, but I kind of like it just as a wardrobe. Again, with these lamps. I just bought these lamps, another one of these lamps in my Let's Play at a thrift market. I've literally never used them before, and now I use them in like every single one of my builds. So my next speed build, I believe, is going to be redoing the dorms in the university pack, just like one dorm. And I sat down with my iPad last night and I drew out boxes that represented the dorm rooms, and I have 6 dorms, and each one of them I paired up 2 majors, and then I assigned a color to those majors, so each room is going to be a different color. And I would love to hear your guys' opinion on if you think these 2 majors will get along or if it will be a disaster. I got really lucky and I had an amazing roommate my freshman year. We just were randomly assigned, and it ended up working out so well. But I know for a lot of people it did not, and I knew people who literally moved out of their dorm building because they didn't get along with their roommate at all. Oh my god, you guys, I have roommate horror stories. Maybe I'll start using my speed builds as a story time because the last couple of years have been actually insane. It might be time to air out the drama. And redoing a dorm building might be the perfect time for that. I had such a good inspiration photo for this bathroom. It was this one. And there's a rock wall. You can't really see it because I ended up not doing it because it glitched so bad. And it made me realize that we do not have a lot of good stone swatches in this game at all. As much as I love The Sims, I can accept that it has faults and flaws that need to be addressed. I've said it before, but I really enjoy decorating bathrooms. The last couple ones that I made have been really similar. This one's different, this one's nice. But in my other houses, before I started YouTube, I always have the most ridiculously over-decorated bathrooms. And since bathrooms are one of the first things I put in a house, sometimes I'll decorate the bathroom and then I realize I don't even have enough money to finish the kitchen or to buy a bed. So, how's everybody been? Are we all doing okay? I hope so. It is actually frigid outside. With the wind chill, it was -12 today, and tomorrow it's supposed to be a low of -25 with the wind chill, and that's Fahrenheit. I really don't know what that is Celsius, but cold. My sisters are still both in school, and they go to the same district, and they got the call today that they have a 2-hour delay tomorrow. But even at like 10 o'clock when they would normally go in, it's still going to be like negative 12 degrees outside, which you can get frostbite fast out there. And I know there are a lot of kids that walk to school every day. If they don't cancel school tomorrow, I'm going to call the superintendent, because I know for a fact they get in their warm car in the morning and they drive to their little education building and they walk right in. And those kids are walking in the cold to school. Oh my God, I could make an entire video just about my school district, because we all went to the exact same school. We have a lot of the same teachers even. High school was a nightmare. College was also a nightmare for the first 2 years. College is a lot better now, and I start my classes on Wednesday. I would have started today, but it's MLK Junior Day, so no class. I'm taking calculus, and it's the same class that I failed at IU. I'm a little nervous, although I took the college algebra course. They wanted me to take a step back, and I was at like the top of that class, so I'm hoping that it was just because, oh my God, I'm going to be so honest with you. The college that I went to before the college I go to now was awful. I don't know if it's just because the program I was in, I was pre-med and I was a biology major, so it was insane. It wasn't even like rigorous, like, oh my God, I have to sit and study, because I would sit and study for like 40 hours a day. Not 40 hours a day, 40 hours a week. And I would still go into an exam and just fail, because I had this one chemistry professor, and someone asked like, okay, so how is this going to apply on the exam? And he was like, I don't teach for the exam. I just teach you the basics of the class. And so we're looking at each other like, so how do we pass the exam? College is wild. Right now, I'm a business administration major, and I'm going to get my associates next year in business administration. Then I'm going to transfer to a 4-year college, and I'm getting my bachelor's, and I'm going to be an accountant. An accountant! I have to say, in all the directions I thought my life would go, I never thought I would be an accountant. But I have to say, accounting is really interesting, and I really enjoy doing it, and I never saw that. So if you're in high school and you don't know what you want to do yet, okay, first of all, that is perfectly fine. Don't let anybody tell you that you're behind the curve or that you should know, because spoiler, nobody knows. Something like 90% of people change their major, so don't feel bad about that if you change your major or you don't know what you want to do. But I would suggest going to a community college to get your gen eds out of the way, because it is so much easier and you will be so much more supported. Now I'm doing some finishing touches on the outside. I really didn't landscape this very much. When I actually play here, I might go in and do some more, but I just wanted to add like an outdoor seating area, and I added some lounge chairs for, I guess, him and his friends to lay out. I figured since this is on top of a skyscraper and you can see out everywhere, that maybe you wouldn't notice that there is no landscaping. Also, I didn't put a formal dining room in this house, because in my head he owns this skyscraper, so if he's going to have formal like dinners, he's just taking people out to restaurants. He does not have the time or energy to bring people back to his house. His house is his safe space, and honestly, I understand that completely. I did add some garden boxes because I feel like he's growing something. It may or may not be legal, I don't know. And I think we're at the end. Yep. Alright. I just realized that I filmed this entire video without my light on. That's actually really funny. Let's hope that my mic was actually on the whole time, because it may or may not have been. I'm still getting used to all this. I bought a webcam, and the quality is bad, but I gave it to my sister because she wants to film some Sims challenges. She just got The Sims on her computer. Oh my God, that was another nightmare that I'll have to tell you about another time. But I hope you enjoyed the speed build, and I hope you're looking forward to probably a Let's Play with some of these characters once I can get some stuff together and figure out what I want to do. Thank you again for watching. Feel free to interact with my channel as you see fit, if you see fit, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully.